Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and today is a collaboration that Karolina from Karolina's Crafts and myself are doing each month, where we are doing a series called Scrappy Christmas Krafts, and we're doing it each month for the rest of the year so that way we can use up our Christmas stash. So feel free to follow along. If you have the collections and want to do the same collections, go for it. But they're also great projects just to use for anything else. I am redoing my tutorial because it was taking forever to process. So we're just going to do another one. And hopefully I can make this one a little bit shorter. But this is a really quick project. So again, if you haven't seen the walkthrough, this is from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Rustic Christmas, which I got this from Country Craft Creations. And I do have the collection kit. I have pretty much all the pieces. So I absolutely love this collection. And I'm secretly hoping I'll get more in my Country Craft Creations mystery box. So we will see. It's supposed to arrive today. Can't wait. But this is the folio, so I've already done a walkthrough, but just to kind of show you again what it looks like here. This is just a really, you can make it with more flips and flaps and all of that, but it's just a simple stacked waterfall. So this part right here is just a stacked waterfall. I did add some little cut aparts here. You can do a tag in the pocket here if you want to. And then this is just a basic waterfall that I did with the 4x4 cut aparts. So it just looks like this. But I do have a walkthrough video. So we will go ahead and get started with the tutorial. So what you're going to need besides your basic tools, and let me just see, I feel like my camera is crooked. Okay, that's a little better. You will need for the base, hold on one second. You are going to need one piece that is 6 by 11, and you're going to score it at 7 and 7.5. So as you could see, I had to flip mine, but scored at 7 and then 7.5. Oh, nope. Just so we can make sure we get the right measurements going. Then you'll need another piece that is 6 by 8, and you're going to score at a 1/2 inch and then 6 inches. And then another piece that is 6 by 7.25. Score at 6 1/4 and then 6 3/4. So 6 1/4, 6 3/4, or if you want to just leave it on the other side, score at a 1/2 and 1. I just know a lot of people don't like to score that close, so you could do it either way. So 6 1/4, 6 3/4, or 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So that is like the base of the album. And then for the stacked waterfall, a piece that is 6 by 7, score at a 1/2 inch. Then another piece, 6 by 6.5, score at a 1/2 inch on the 6.5. And then another piece that is 6 by 6, score at a 1/2 inch. And then these just get stacked on top of each other like so. We will fold that. But I'm just giving you guys, it's a lot easier to get all the measurements and do your cutting. And then for the little booklet, you need a piece that is 4 1/4 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4, and then we just fold that in half. That's a little booklet. You don't have to have that if you don't want to. And then 3 pieces for the small waterfall that goes on top of the stacked waterfall is 4 1/4, or 4 1/4, 4 1/8, sorry, Tiffany, focus, by 4 5/8. So you can see 4 5/8. And then on the 4 5/8 side, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch. And we need 3 of those. And then we're going to make a base for these to go on, just because that's how I like to do it. You don't have to do it that way. But my base, I do 4 1/8 by 6. So I do it a little bit larger than what I know it's going to be. And then I'll cut off what the excess, whatever I don't need. Okay, so let's just build the book. So we are going to start with this large piece here. And just start folding on all the creases. And, you know, you might find a better way to put this together if you have like 12 by 12. Oh, and I used 110-pound cardstock. So I didn't have 110-pound and 12 by 12. So I don't know. Do they make that? I have no idea. But if they do and you have it, feel free to go ahead and make that. Then on the 6 by 8, let's just fold up all these lines. So this one folds down, this one is going to fold up, and that's going to be our pocket. So it'll look like that. Now we have the 6 by 7 1/4, and again we're just going to fold all our score lines. Give it a good burnish there, that crease now. And I don't think I brought my big scissors up here. So we're gonna use these scissors, hopefully they'll work. I always have extra stuff all over the place. So I'm just mitering the corners. You don't have to, some people don't like to. That's fine too. Just do you, boo. Don't ask me where that came from, but we're just going with it. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, so we have our, so this is our flap, and I'm just going to, I said I could pull this down a little bit. So we have this right here. So let's stick that just right there. So we have our flap. Now we need, basically how it's going to look, just like this. So we are going to glue, oh my gosh, why does my husband decide to get on the phone and be really loud when I start doing videos? He is just really loud, period. So okay, so let's glue this down. You can use squirt tape, whatever you like to use for glue, but for videos it's sometimes faster for me to use my art glitter glue. And I hope you guys have fun doing these projects. We have seen already a couple videos from the last projects, or the last collab that we did in January. So we're asking that if you recreate any of these projects, if you are on Instagram, or anything, just tag us in it and tag Scrappy. So that's for Let's Get Scrappy. Christmas Krafts with a K for Karolina's Krafts. So that way we can see the projects that everyone's making. We love seeing what you guys come up with, which is just a lot of fun. Okay, so right now this is what we have. We are going to add now this little flap right here. So we have that. And I am just going to glue this on here, and then I will chomp it with my corner chompers, which you still can find these. You don't have to pay a lot of money for these. There are places that brought them back. So don't go crazy on eBay trying to find those and pay all that money. But they are awesome. And then I also have the We Are Memory Keepers. But to go through like this 110-pound cardstock, and with like, you know, like right now we have some layers. And give it a good little burnish. like that. And we are going to just punch that corner, and I'm using the 1/2 inch. Punch. And punch. So now it is rounded, and it'll open like that. And we're good to go. So don't glue this pocket down until you put your pattern paper down. So and you guys know, like, you can do this however you like to. You can add a hinge if you want more room in there. I don't really like having a lot of room in my pockets. I like it to be nice and tight so things don't move around, but that's just me. So I'm just gonna add a bead of glue on both ends and then close it up. I do have magnets on the inside here and here so that this closes up. And then I also have magnet here to here so that that closes, but you don't need it. I just like magnets. I don't know why. Okay, so this is the base right here. So we have that. Now we're gonna do the stacked waterfall. I'm telling you guys, this is so easy. This is a great beginner project, and then you can advance it however you want to. So again, let's burnish those score lines. I will miter the corners, but you don't have to. And I'm just going to take those off. You can add as many pockets as you want. If you want a little bit more room, if you saw the walkthrough, if you want a little bit more room in your folio for a lot of pictures, you might want to add, so your hinge, or not hinge, your spine is a little bit bigger on one side. So you would just, you know, kind of recalculate how big you want that, and you might just want both bigger. Totally up to you. You can adjust your measurements. So just want to make sure. So we have this, and you can't see it. Here, let me try to come up a little bit. It did not help. And I don't have my glue in. My pin. Okay, so I did leave these square, but you can round these too if you want to. So now we're just going to glue them on top of each other, and that is it. Just easy peasy. So I just grab them, kind of get one corner going. Just get it lined up. You have a few seconds before it totally dries up and sticks together. There's one. Now let's do the other one. I really hope that this video actually goes through, because I cannot do this for a 4th time. If you aren't used to my channel, I don't have, not that I don't have, I don't know how to edit. I've tried to get help. No one can figure it out with my Mac. So I'm hoping maybe when I go to a retreat in April, some of the ladies might help me out. But I don't know. Can you edit elsewhere? I have no idea. So I just have like the basic editing on my phone. So you guys, when I do this, it's a one-shot kind of thing. That is it. Okay, so this is the stacked waterfall, and it's tiered. So I have it, and I just do it on the inside. I'm basically going to just come in, can you guys see? I'm going to do it on the inside of the score line because you don't want to go over. This is when I like to have score tape though, so I don't have to wait for the glue to set up. Not that it takes long with art glitter glue because you literally have seconds. So I am just kind of eyeballing, making sure I'm straight. And before I press it firmly down, I'm getting everything in line. And then I just do a little fold up to make sure it fits, and it does. And then I'll press it down. I'm using this matte paper. Oh, I hate the feeling of matte paper. I know, I am one of those crazy people that does not like the smell of a bookstore. I don't like touching new paper, not scrapbook paper, but like new books. I don't know why I do not like to touch it. In this matte cardstock, oh, it's killing me. I know, I'm just crazy. There's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta go with it. Okay, so here again is the basic. You do not have to do this if you want to. The small waterfall, totally up to you, but we are going to do it, but not stick it down. Because again, you want to have your decorative paper down first. So let me just set this aside. So again, I have my base. We do not miter these corners. So no mitering that. That down. Like so. Now we will just start at the top. Stop it. Paper has a mind of its own today. And glue these down. So I'm just pushing it into the corner of my scoreboard for an even lineup. There we go. Now we will just do our next one. Some people can just glue these right onto, you know, their page. I can't. I don't like it if I get a little gap in between. It will drive me insane. Not that I'm not insane already. I don't need any help with that. Okay, so we have our second one. Now we will do the third one. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I know sometimes it's hard with black cardstock, but that's why I try to write the measurement on there and do it in white so that you can see it. But let me know if the black is just too hard. Okay, so now we want to trim this because it's too long to fit on our stacked waterfall. And I didn't bring my pencil. Ooh, I was not really prepared for this. We're just gonna try this pen and see. So I usually just do a little tick mark. Can you guys see that? No, I don't think so. But just mark it, and then that's where you're gonna cut it. So I'm just gonna get my little trimmer. You could cut it with your scissors too. We'll see if I even get this right on here. I'm not trusting this. Hold please. I'm going to move my wire to the outside. I have like 5 of these, and now I rarely use them because I love my We Are Memory Keepers guillotine so much. So these poor things don't get used. So I'm just gonna come in around the corners, and even if it doesn't match exactly, once you get your decorative paper on, it'll be fine. So there we go. Okay. So it will go on like this, and I just glued 3 sides down, and I always do it. Whether I tuck a tag in or not, I want to have that option for extra, you know, surprises. So again, up to you how you want to do it, but I do want to just show you guys something. So if you're building this and you want to do something different, just know you can take this folio this way as well. And you can leave it like this and have everything like pull down, or you can change your measurements and have your waterfall, stacked waterfall go that way. But just options for you. You know, you can have it like this. I'm trying to see. I don't know why I cannot see in here. But this is how I did this one. And literally, this is it. So I'm just going to take the piece that was 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. That was our little booklet. That's just what goes in this pocket. And then I have these little photo mats. Are just, the white part is 4 by 5. And then, of course, if I mat it with the black, it's 4 1/8 by 5 1/8. And that's just what, you know, I have tucked in there. But you could do it, again, however you want to. And have fun with it. So, there you go. Now, let's just cross our fingers that it comes up. And you guys can make this weekend. This will be a great little Easter gift, too. So, I really hope that you guys are having fun with our series. But again, love to hear feedback, positive feedback. Let us know if, you know, there's collections that you wish people would, you know, work with. We all are hoarders, so we might just have that collection. I can't guarantee anything, but would love to hear and possibly take on the challenge if you do have it. But there you guys go. So this is the stacked waterfall folio. And it is with cardstock. You can make it with chipboard if you want to. But this is just like, I mean, you guys know I love cute gifts. I mean, just cute. But if you want to add, photos, you might want to add a little bit more on the hinges. But it still will work fine. You can tie ribbon here if you don't want to use magnets. But there you guys go. Please let me know what you think. I so appreciate you guys supporting us and watching both our channels. Love seeing all the feedback and everything. So if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you do, so that way you can see future projects. And then hop over, if you haven't already, to Karolina's Krafts for her project for the month for our Scrappy Christmas Krafts. And definitely comment on both of our projects. And if you do make it, be sure to tag Scrappy Christmas Krafts. We would love to see it. Thanks for watching. Bye.